In this video, we're going to compare Vital to Serum. And firstly, we're going to make a Foghorn in Vital, then we're going to make a Foghorn in Serum, and we're going to see which sounds better. And if you want loads more Foghorns, there's my Vital D&B pack you can get, as well as my Serum Foghorn D&B pack. I'll leave a link to them down below. So let's make something that sounds a bit like this in Vital. Let's initialize a preset. So the first big thing you noticed when you're on Vital compared to Serum is there's 3 oscillators available instead of 2. Because in Serum you get 2 and a sub, whereas in Vital you just get 3. So it gives a few more options, but it is quite hard to get 3 oscillators to sound good against each other. So let's just start by using 2 oscillators in this sound. And let's put the pitch down, both of them -24, just because we're on FL Studio. If you're on Ableton, you can leave them on 0. And then let's grab basic shapes in the sine wave position for the first sound. And then for the second one, we're going to grab a harmonic series. And then we can change this here, the frame rate, to add more waves in. So if we went all the way to the halfway point, we could get this, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on each side. We get this sound. And we could even go even higher and add a 9th one in like this. You can see I could just keep adding them in. And then we've also got 2 filters at the bottom here instead of 1 in Serum. So let's try using both of these. So let's have filter 1 just going through oscillator 2. And let's try one of these phasers, the positive one. We'll drag this one all the way to this side and drag this across a bit to around about here. And then we'll drag this up a bit like this. Now what do we get now? I've got some cool frequencies coming through. And then if we make this filter go through the first oscillator here and just turn this all the way off, now the sub bass is not coming through, and we can control that with the LFO in a bit. So let's create a shape now with the LFO. So we're going to be making a Foghorn one, so we want the frequency to be quite long, so we could try 2/1 here. And we can put this on envelope mode, and then we can just create like a Foghorn style shape, so something like this might be good. And then we can drag this on the cutoff on filter 2, so the sub comes in. And we're just going to put this on around 100-ish, 98, 100. So now the sub's been filtered in. Now let's go to the effects tab and add some more elements. So the other thing that's quite different with Vital is this effects tab. A lot of the effects sound quite different. Let's add a chorus, a filter, a distortion, a compressor, an EQ, and a reverb. Let's see how this sounds now. You see we're starting to get that Foghorny sound coming through. So now this filter is going to be affecting the whole sound. So we can bring this down and we can add the LFO1 to the cutoff of this sound here. Put this on about 60%. Now it's just controlling more of the filter as well. So it's like layered with this one almost. Now let's change up this chorus so it doesn't sound as crazy. So let's turn the spread down. And now with the distortion, let's turn the drive up. Now we're starting to get more of that sound in. Turn the cutoff all the way down on here actually. Turn this up a little bit. And then we can boost some of the high frequencies with this. And then we can add a pre-low cutoff with the reverb to about 200 here. Now let's come to LFO2. We're going to create a steep slope like this, create the same time as the LFO1, put it on envelope again, and then we're going to come to this matrix tab and we can affect the pitch of it by selecting LFO2 here, coming to here, going to global and then doing voice tune. And then this is going to come in at 1.2 now. You can see on here it's changed. We can change it here. And then this creates like a down pitch over time. It creates that awesome Foghorn down in pitch sound. So we can like change this cutoff here so it affects more of the highs, not the lows. You see we're starting to build up this sound. And then you've literally just got to experiment. So we could add in some like white noise, put it through the oscillator here. We could try adding another channel, put it through here. So we could try adding, who knows, another harmonic series. And we could try like FMing it. Could FM here. Might get some pretty weird sounds. Half the time it won't work, but then you might get lucky and something might work. And then let's try it with some drums. The pitch you choose as well might make it sound different, so I think it sounds better when it's playing from this F here. That sounds better to me. And we could make it even wider as well with this reverb, so changing the size and the time. But add a bit more to it. So that's the Vital Foghorn done. I think that sounds pretty cool. I definitely reckon I could get that to work in a tune. Let me know in the comments down below how you think that sounds. Does it sound better than SERUM? It would be cool to get some insights and a discussion going in the comments. Now, before we get into SERUM, I just want to tell you about my Music Production Academy. It's the place to be if you're struggling with your music production and you want to take it to the next level. If you want to join, there's a link down below. I'll see you inside. Now let's create a foghorn in SERUM. So we're actually going to use almost the default wavetable. It's just basic MCB. And then we're going to grab another one of them and we're going to put the first one down 2 octaves, the second one up 1 octave and 7 semitones. So we get this sound. Now we're going to turn the level off on oscillator B and we're going to use FM from B. So this sound is going to get pumped into this sound with these changes on it at 46%. So we're already starting to get that sound. Next, we're going to turn on the filter and we're going to drag the cutoff all the way down, turn the drive all the way up. Now let's shape the sound with LFO1. So we're going to go envelope mode and then we're going to do 2 bars. So we've got plenty of time for the foghorn to come through. And then let's just create a shape. So let's create something like this for the shape. And now let's drag this on level of oscillator A, the cutoff. And then we're going to come down to oscillator B, add this little bend in and add this in as well, about 15. So now let's play it. Sounds a bit weird at the moment, but don't worry, it will come through. So now let's add that down pitch that we added in Vital as well. There's lots of ways to do this on SERUM. So the way I'm going to do is really easy. We just put it in the same pattern again, so envelope, 2 bars, and then you literally just drag it on the fin here like this. And that creates the down pitch. So now let's play it. You can do it in the Matrix tab as well, so you can go LFO2 here, and then Global, and then Master Tune, and then fiddle with this. That's basically like how it works in Vital as well. But there's just multiple options here. That's just a bit quicker this way. Now what I've noticed on SERUM is these are a lot different. Some of the things like the bend and stuff that you can pick. But the main changes come in when you add the effects, especially the distortion. This distortion seems to be quite a lot different in SERUM, and I personally prefer it. So let's turn on some hyper, and let's turn on distortion. And let's use the diode 1. This isn't currently available in Vital. And I think this just sounds pretty cool. So listen to this now. Before, after. Already sounds like a foghorn, doesn't it? So now let's just take it a step further. Let's add some compression on the multiband. Turn this up. And then let's just dull this down again with another filter. Leave it on these settings. So we're basically just pumping the sound up, bringing it back down. And then let's add an EQ. Let's add another channel for this one. And let's make the envelope 2 bars again. And then we're just going to EQ out some of the muddiness. So let's go across to about 350-ish. And let's bring this gain down. And let's bring the Q up a bit like that. And then let's automate some of the high sounds, about 3,500-ish. Times it by 10, why not? Drag this onto the gain like that. Shift Alt click to make it only go one way. And then maybe something like this. That sounds pretty cool. And then let's add some reverb as well. I personally prefer to use like a external reverb plugin like Valhalla Room over the reverb on SERUM. I don't really like the reverb on SERUM. It sounds a bit, doesn't sound great in my opinion. But that being said, the Vital reverb is actually quite good. I quite like that one compared to this. But it's an easy workaround by whacking like a Valhalla Room on. And just play around with those settings. And then let's just turn this cutoff up a little bit to bring some more sounds through. Now let's compare the sounds. So we've got the Vital one playing first and then the SERUM one. Both sound pretty cool. And if I actually got the one I originally created, it might sound a little bit different. A lot of trial and error to make that original one. So let's listen to this now. Pretty much sounds the same. So let me know in the comments which one you prefer, Vital or Serum. I personally like both of them for this. I think I'm so used to Serum though that it's a lot easier for me to create sounds on Serum than it is on Vital. But I have been using Vital a lot more recently and I am getting more used to it, and they're both pretty fun to use, to be honest. They're just small differences. But I'd say the overpowering one for creating sounds like this is that the distortion just has so many more options. Like, look how many more options there are for the distortion on Serum compared to on Vital, where you've only got like this many here. So it would be cool to get more distortion options in Vital. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the Foghorn sample pack and the Vital sample pack down below, and join my music production academy if you want to take your music to the next level. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.